Okay, so today we are going to be breaking down the Dogman movie trailer. Now, I didn't record my reaction for it like I did with Sonic, but I thought at least I would try breaking it down since there's probably not going to be a lot of people that did it. Now, first things first, if I can find the cast, I'm going to talk about the cast. That. So, Pete Davidson is voicing Petey the Cat, if you didn't know that. Petey. Get it? Little Rel, okay. Pete Davidson, if you don't know, he's from the Transformers Rise of the Beast. He voiced Mirage in there. So that's probably where you would recognize him from. Lil Rel Howery, he was in Free Guy. He played Buddy the cop. Wow, cop to officer, big glow up. Isla Fisher is playing Sarah, but I don't think I've actually seen her in anything. So, and then Ricky, I don't know who he's playing. I honestly don't know. But unless he's voicing Officer Knight, which I'll talk about in a second, he could also be playing Flippy. I wish I could zoom in. Oh, shoot. This is Flippy the fish right here. He's from the second Dogman book, and actually it shows it right here. I just now noticed that. A bunch of pills fall into his fishbowl that are supposed to make you a bit smarter. You're not supposed to eat all of them at once, so when he eats all of them, he gets telekinetic powers. So this is him in the. So sorry if this is a spoiler, but he puts a bag on his hand so no one knows who he is. So it's kind of like a mystery throughout the entire book, even though it's not really. And he has a purple trench coat. And the stool that he's sitting on right here is orange with red stripes, black stripes. I mean, sorry, which is why people think it's Petey. Anyway, we're gonna start the trailer from the beginning, where it opens with a shot from the city, which actually looks like Dave Pilkey had a way of he would just shade it in background or just leave it blank. So seeing a full on city is actually pretty cool. And then we see the bomb, which looks pretty accurate to actually the original from the book. Although I don't remember there being all those wires at the top. This is Officer Knight, and this is Greg the dog, which you can actually hear him say Greg the dog. Okay, never mind. He says the captions pick up break, but is there other subtitle options? Okay, yeah, no. Anyways, Greg and Officer Knight. And you actually get to see, and they're actually pretty good, except here goes the kicker. He's stupid, and the dog is his whole body. The dog is really smart, but his body's super weak. And the Officer Knight, he's super good. He would be the perfect human if he wasn't so stupid. That's kind of what it's saying. I like how in the movie, Greg actually points at a wire. Where in the book he just said, "Grr." I mean, he still says "grr" here, and you can see his face right before he cut it. And then he has the sudden realization: wait, aren't dogs colorblind? This is kind of dark, but once you think, okay, listen, if you really think about it, Dogman is just a PG version of RoboCop. So you already know this movie's going to be good. You can see the amulets taking them away, obviously. This is framed exactly like how it was in the book. I think the doctor looks a little bit different. The nurse lady looks almost exactly. See, look, you can see it right here, cut off the head, cut off the head, sew it up. And they had to say that this was cherry, because not even a little blood can be put in, and it be still be PG. Yeah, if you don't know, he's still somewhat alive. What's happening is they're both dying. His head is going to die because his brain is hurt. His body is going to die because his heart, lungs, everything else. I'm not sure why they didn't die immediately. I don't know. Um, very cool, very coincidental that his head happens to be fine and his body happens to be fine. And then same thing in the book. She has the idea. I actually like the design of the doctor in this movie more than in the book for some reason. Anyways, she has the idea to sew the dog's head onto the man's body, and then we get some Frankenstein type crap where they sew the dog's head. Okay, I don't think any of this. I think all of this is going to be actually none of this has anything to do with Dogman sewing. Like, see this, 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 all that, I believe, is part of the machine that cloned Petey and created Little Petey, because Little Petey is in the plot synopsis for this film, and he's also in the cover, the book cover for the art book. So Little Petey is showing up in this movie, and I think this is the cloning machine. And then we get the scene of Dogman like actually like running out because now he's because that's exactly what happens in the book too. And they play the song. I don't know it. I know it's by here. Hang on a second. It's by Daft Punk, and it's "Break It." Fix it, stronger, faster, something like that. And that actually kind of fits because now Dogman's like stronger, better, faster. He's like an overall a hero now. Sorry. And then this right here is actually Sarah, which it took me a minute. Like I didn't recognize her during this scene, but there's only one reporter in the book, so it took me a minute though because I feel like she just like looks different. Like she doesn't have all these curls at the end of her hair that you see right here, and her hairstyle is just completely different. I feel like they also changed the color of her coat. Like I could have sworn it was like red or orange or something. Obviously, a iconic Dogman pose. Pretty sure he does it in the second book cover. And then you can see right here Zuzu sitting in Sarah's bag, who is actually a dog, who is actually a female dog and one that Dogman finds attractive, but she doesn't find him attractive as much. She likes him, but she doesn't like find him attractive. And then we get this. I think this is pretty cool. Using them as nunchucks. The officer. I feel like these are all the officers. Then this is Chief's off. Yeah, you can see the word Chief right here. So obviously, Chief is like. I think he's very worried, or he doesn't like the idea of this, or something. But in the book, it was like, okay, that was funny. The robber looked exactly like a robber from the book too. I like to point that out. And you can see this is Sarah because, okay, I zoomed in, but I can't do it now. But you can see right here it says Sarah hat off, and then obviously Zuzu. It took me a minute to realize this was Zuzu because Zuzu's a poodle and has a fur thing around her. You can see it right here a little. Also, I like Sarah's voice. It wasn't what I was expecting. I like her voice, but her just I wasn't. I think the look's fine, but I wasn't really I don't. I prefer the book look, but the voices I think is fine. Chief's voice I would imagine to be deeper, but honestly I find it funny that little Ray how he's voicing him, and honestly, he doesn't do that bad of a job, so I like it. Hey, Chief, not Dogman. Breaking news live. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she had a blog in the book. Generic. Wait, does that say generic? No, geriatric. Uh, narrator. Okay, that's funny. Dogman never did that in the book, so. Okay. It's funny that they added on look, but shh, it's here. I don't think they had that in the later books, maybe the first book, but I don't think they had that. Petey Circuit Lab, it's like exact, like ripped exact, and maybe it looks like a little smaller, like a little thinner, but it's ripped exactly from the book, which I love, and I think it's right. That times Super Cop. I like the fact that Treehouse Comics Inc. I just now realized that, like, you can see right here Treehouse Comics Inc. Which, if you've seen the Captain Underpants movie, or just know Captain Underpants or Dogman in general, George Beard and Harold Hutchins. Which makes me think that they're going to make a small cameo in this movie, some way, how, shape, or form. Although it might be a little expensive to get Kevin Hart and I forgot Harold's voice actor to come back and voice, but just for a cameo. But Rough's on Crime 2. Rough on Crime 2. Obviously, so I don't think PD. This is PD. I don't think PD is holding the. You can see that right now. This is a completely different. And you can see the hand. So I think this is Chief, and Dogman's in front of him. And then cuts to PD, who's voiced by Pete Davidson, which I already said. Which honestly, I it took me a second to realize that this was really Pete Davidson. So props to him. This voice sounds exactly like what I would imagine for PD. I'm not even joking. Maybe a little deeper, but this was like exactly what I imagined for PD. This voice. Super Cop. I find that funny. Obviously, PD's still a cat, so he's gonna have. You can see his workshop. I'm pretty sure this is him making the bomb because in the book, PD is responsible for creating Dogman. He's the one that set up the that set up the bomb that blew up Greg and Knight. So that's what I think he's doing in this scene. And then this was not in the book that I know of. I don't remember unless it was in Scarlet, the new Scarlet one. I don't know. And then obviously blowing up stuff. She's like okay, so this is a squirrel. I just realized that this is a squirrel mech thing, and I like the little detail that Chief has "You the Boss" on the back of his nameplate. I find that funny. I don't ever remember him having a jacket like this with a little badge on the side. But he has the couch. I'm pretty sure the couch is green in the book, but he has a couch that Greg and Knight sat on, and the guy got all dirty. And now, like, it's like a running gag in the first book where Dogman, he scratches it up, he pees on it, he leaves dog hair on it. It's so funny. I want to see if they do at least a reference to that. Oh shoot! Wait a second. Wait. Oh, he doesn't show it. He put it down. I think this is the nurse lady because in the book, eventually he starts falling in love with the nurse lady, and they actually get married, if I'm not mistaken, in the newest book. Because I've only read half of the newest book. I haven't finished it. I love my mayor. I'm pretty sure this is kind of funny because in the book, the first one, Chief gets fired by the mayor, and they make a robot version of him because the mayor's evil. And then they find out the mayor's evil. She's forced out of office, and then she's replaced by a new mayor. And he's going to decide who the new chief is. Dogman takes the chief hat, and then leads the mayor to Chief. That's his name, just Chief. So. I think this is like a later point in the movie, and then this one could be like their first meeting because, like I said, I think he's not going to like really like Dogman at first, and then obviously this later on. You can see right here. This is the mayor that I was just talking about right here. The evil mayor, the best number one mayor. You can see the evil face. See. This is exactly ripped out of the book because Dogman rolled around on Flippy's dead body. That is Flippy's dead body, which makes me think now, since they have Flippy right here with Sarah in the movie design too. They have Sarah. She's birthday too because birthday present, like I said. This makes me think they're going to be doing the first 3 books of the Dogman series. They're going to do the first one, the second one, and the third one because Flippy comes back, his brain gets put into a robot fish, and he becomes a Mecha Flippy. Or she. I don't actually know if Flippy's a boy or a girl. I'm pretty sure they No, he's a boy. Because I remember in the Cat Kid Comic Club, they said daddy. They called all the little tadpoles called him their dad. So, and then obviously you can see it falling in. You see how stupid he is because he's got that buck tooth right there. And he's got the Tow Mater look. And then he's got all these evil eyes and expressions and stuff. And see, look, you see right here, Flippy. But obviously, I think the mayor's also going to be a side villain in this movie. This is the same. Oh my god, it's dead Flippy! I didn't even see that! It's dead Flippy! Flippy is dead, you can see that right here! Which means Flippy has already been a threat! So they're definitely doing Mecha Flippy if they're going to bring him back. And then this is a picture of the mayor. How did I miss that? That is crazy. Flippy is dead right here. I think that's what they're talking about. Chief loses popular vote. Yeah, Chief isn't going. Like I said, Chief isn't going to be the biggest fan of Dogman at the start. But I think this is him trying to bury the hatchet. Like we can be friends, and then Dogman's just annoying him. That's the problem with the book. That's the whole point of the book is that Dogman, Sarah, Chief, they're all misfits, and it's okay to be a misfit. That's what the message is. That's what the message of the book is. And Dogman has all these problems and quirks and stuff. I think this is really cool what they did here. With I don't care if it takes a montage, like the way they did the. Obviously, this is early on in the film because he doesn't like. Okay, this scene right here, I believe, is of Petey making Lil Petey because Petey has 3 whiskers. 1, 2, 3 on each side. He has 3 on each side. 1, 2. He's making Lil Petey in the scene, and his eyes are glowing green. So obviously, something's happening in front of him. So, and I just want to see who voices Lil Petey. I think this is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure he had a bug flying thing in. I think it was. I don't remember what, but I think it was one of the Flies, one of the Lord of the Flies, not Lord. Yeah, I think it was Lord of the Flies was when Petey had this, but he was good then. I should also try seeing if there's any shot of him with 2 on the left side of his or right side of his face, technically. See, like this is one of the problems I was talking about earlier. Dogman just going after a squirrel. I think this is Petey in the vacuum cleaner, which is in the first. Oh, or it could actually just be right there. Never mind. I'll take it back. Yeah, this is him right there. I'm pretty sure that would be like the first official meeting of them in the movie. Of them in the movie. I think that's gonna be the first official time we see both of them on screen at the same time. It's gonna be when he's in that mech suit thing. Obviously, there's going to be a montage of Petey having evil schemes and then Dogman messing them up. And see, like that. See, Petey's taking advantage of Dogman's problems because he's got a bunch of bones here. He throws the bones. Dogs love bones. See, this is exactly what he's gonna try to do. Dogman's gonna get distracted. So the movie's gonna be focusing on Dogman trying to overcome those bad qualities of him. Just to learn later on, it was his strength all along, which is also probably why Petey modeled this after a squirrel. I don't think they're going to do Mecha Chief in this movie. I think they're just going to have the mayor supplying Petey with stuff. Because I'm pretty sure she's also the one that sent Petey the invisible can of spray in the jail in the first book. So, but that storyline happens after the one. This was not in the book. I think this is Petey sneaking into. Obviously, Petey's sneaking. I don't know what he's stealing though. I can't tell if he has any whiskers in the shot, but Flippy right here. He's sneaking in. He's going to get Flippy, and he's going to turn him into Mecha Flippy. Right there, I solved it. It just took me half of a second. That's what they're doing. That's why Chief put Dogman here. He's got a guard. He's got to guard Flippy to make sure Flippy doesn't disappear. That's what they're going to do. And then obviously Chief showed him the dog toy, and then he was going to show him the squirrel. this is further supporting my theory that Dogman is going to try to overcome his bad qualities in this movie. And then we get the title. I'm very surprised they didn't show off Lil Petey in this movie, in the trailer anyway. And now finally we get him looking inside Chief's mouth, which is a joke in the book. And obviously you can see right here, I thought I saw the first time I was looking at that, I thought Dogman was ADHD. Right here. Who, if you don't know who he is, he's a robot. Don't ask me what ADHD stands for. It's not the same thing as the illness. It's something completely different. Petey uses big words in the book, and Lil Petey doesn't understand it, or anyone else, which is a joke. So, anyways, that's about it. There's nothing really after this, except for a better shot of seeing dead Flippy and then Flippy getting the pills. Super brain dots. That's what it was. That's what it was called in the book. Anyways, that was my breakdown of the Dogman movie trailer. I can't wait to see if the future trailers support my theory or disprove my theory. My multiple theories. And I can't wait to see if any of the stuff I say in this trailer is right in the movie. I cannot wait. Dogman is definitely top 3 movies for next year that I'm excited for. And that's also why I'm so happy that it's coming out in January, was because it has no competition since it's in January, and it's at later January, so it doesn't have to compete with Sonic 3 or Mufasa unless they stay in theaters for another extra 2 months like Deadpool and Wolverine, but highly unlikely. So Dogman's not gonna have any big competition there, except for the second week in February when Captain America comes out, but that's going to be the second week. Dogman would have already been out for 2 weeks. I'm not sure if Dogman is going to also be going straight to streaming like they did with the FNAF movie, because I heard somewhere that it's going to be also streaming on Peacock and Netflix, but I think that's going to be after the movie. I think it's going to be like a month after the movie releases in theaters. I could be wrong, though. Anyways, like I was saying, that's it for the trailer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, please. Like, I want to know. And I'm probably going to be one of, if not, like, one of, like, 5 people to actually break down and give this trailer serious thought. So, please consider liking the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Go in the speed of sound. I know that we'll rebound. Just wait, you'll see a world of endless possibilities. Oh, that's right.